Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Herbert.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll roll him out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
He's got the hook up with Diggs.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Slot man moves right. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It's Ekeler again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Ekeler. Will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pick up there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 3. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That'll be a big loss on the play there. An absolute disaster, really. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful.
And now here's another interception. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On first down, it's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a play fake here on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On on 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot,
and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On 1st down, Boston. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Boston might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now,